Almost a smooth transition.
Here's a thought for someone. If broccoli could scream, would we still eat it, or would it become the next edgy rock band? Imagine the album, Screams from the Stalk.
No. No, I won't. Changed up my game plan. I was talking with James Bond and I'm going to leave my Velox where it is. Use the materials for my base to get me closer to 70. This way I can use the materials for that chip. The only thing I'm going to get is the Grishnar. That's a tough road. I'll say that. That's a tough road. I'm not 100% sure where, like, a lot of the dailies would leave ya. I mean, if you could kill hostiles up to 70 now, or 69, at least, that wouldn't put you too far back. Kind of depends on where your rep's situated, I guess. I mean, if you have the reputation to get the Grishnar now, I mean, the thing that set my pace to 70 was how fast I was willing to get the faction rep. That was the biggest limiting factor. That and a little bit on the speed ups, but killed the 69s now for my dailies because it's less. I got to kill one. Only need to do two to do 67s. Yeah, I mean, if you are using your if you're using mirror credits for that, you should be able to pace it out really easy. Yeah, any little bit that you can do with it, even if you're only hitting at the G5 level, it's still rep gained. All right, today's Ferengi event is completed. All the Unity and all the helps options came in handy today. Forgot to do an outpost last night. So I think I'm behind on the outpost event a little bit. Yeah, I didn't get the credit for that one. Ah, shucks. I would have liked to have gotten in on that one. Oh well. Well, when I reminded you from mission keys, I'll say outpost also. I think I'm running behind on mission keys too, to be honest. There's a lot of events happening with this right now. So I just need to be able to do a 66, so that'll be fine. I'll be able to get the heroic and everything in one outpost, which will I'm gonna miss the top milestone here too. That sucks. Those Sigma Commander credits were gonna be really helpful. Actually, it might be also. I'm not sure even sure how it's bad, but I'm falling behind. Maybe I'm not that far behind then. So I think you usually gotta be perfect to hit the top milestone, to hit the personal one. I don't think you have wiggle room. Where are those events even? There. I figured that was gonna be after like the ticketed events and stuff. 12. Maybe I'm not doing too bad. I'm still on pace to be able to get it. Because I have yet to do today's mission key. I started working on a little account too. I don't know if I'm gonna actually play it, but I kind of do want to get one into like the 20s to be able to see some of the events and stuff down there. Thinking about doing that myself, and a lot of people are doing it. Yeah, I've done it before. Like, I've made 2 other smaller accounts. Like, if I go back to one of them, I've actually got one that's like a level 32 or something. And then I've got another one that's like a 22 or whatever, but I started a brand new one. I was actually going to try to put it on an EU server, but I didn't realize that you can't transfer to an EU server from a US address or whatever. I actually played this game when it was in beta, and I think I made it to like Ops 10 back in 2018. And I noticed you had to spend money in this, so I deleted my account. No, I couldn't get into an EU server. It didn't give me EU or APAC. It was only giving me US servers. Like, I think you might need to connect through a VPN or something when you start your account. I wanted to run out now and have a cigar because it's starting to snow. It's been snowing here pretty much all day. They have offers for get free Lieutenant Picard when you buy a pack. Make any purchase in the store and claim the free gift bundle. Oh, the Ferengi stuff comes in? Some of these old packs are refreshing, I guess. Extra builder. Extra builder. It's actually pretty abysmal for that too. Like just for the just for like the daily event, they've got the Boldly Go. So like when you start, like you get so much materials and stuff in these 5-day events. And like you get officers unlocked. Like it's fun to go through the Boldly Go stuff. It's kind of tempting to take the Stream Elements has a sponsorship opportunity from Scopely for Star Trek Fleet Command. Payout based on like hitting certain milestones and stuff, and it's not hard to hit all the milestone goals that they have set. Promo code Kirk does work. Promo code Kirk does work. I have 100 shards. There's another one too. I was trying to remember what it was, but I couldn't think of it off the top of my head. Kirk's the big one. Because that's the one that they always push for the ads to use. Like that one's always active. Oh, smart! I would have been out in mining space, but this is on what, server 61? Yeah, server 61. So when I looked at like the server transfers that were available, like you can go to like all the OG servers and stuff, but it skips all of the EU ones and APAC. You can only go to specific servers. I thought you can ask for any of them. These are all the US servers. Well, I guess I didn't search. Oh no, it says type searching in the US region. Type universe name. So I can't transfer out of the US region. Now I've heard other people get games started in other regions before too. I don't know, maybe I could put in a support ticket or something and ask to get transferred to a different region. Or like I said, I could probably create a new account with With the VPN active or something in a different region. But yeah, I mean, that was like, I don't know what it is, like 10 minutes or something to get to level 5. I mean, you're at level 3 in the first 2 minutes of the game just running through the tutorial. I'm gonna start another account on my tablet since it's a different network. No, it probably doesn't matter. It probably picks like your most local server. It probably geolocates you. Geo IP or whatever. But I can run both games at the same time. I can technically run them side by side. I don't think I'm ever going to get that interested in it, but... Alright, let's look at the events that we've got. So we have Chronicle of the Ascendant that's running from yesterday still. I haven't got the progress in here yet, so it might be time to do it. Good evening, Zero Ideas. How are you doing tonight? You know you're old when you have a raincoat? Well, either that, well, the weather kind of makes a dependence on that too. If you're going to be outside in the rain for hours, having a raincoat is pretty necessary throughout a good portion of the year. Like, I don't think you can really get away with not having a raincoat if you're going to be outside for like 5 hours in the rain. I don't remember doing that as a kid, but maybe. After being like a teenager, I don't think I was doing it. Maybe as a little shit I was. Where I'm from, all the kids are cool and they would rather be wet than dry. Well, I definitely would have, like, when I was a elementary, maybe middle school, like walking out to the bus and walking into school and stuff like that, I wouldn't be concerned about it. But like outside fishing for more than like probably 2 hours, I would have had a raincoat, but I also wouldn't have let rain probably stop me doing whatever I was doing too. Like if I was already out doing something, I would have been like, well, we're gonna be wet today. All right, this solo leaderboard's a top 10 as well. Did this one go anywhere? Top milestone here is 256. This one really hasn't gone anywhere. Like, if I just complete the SMS, that puts me in 8th place right now. It doesn't add any points towards the finish, 'cause that's only top 5. But that does give some extra Sulu shards. So I might put some progress down on doing some ship updates. Leader events, I pushed that event as far as I can go. I got it up to... Where am I at? No, this is this one. This is aggregation hunt. defeat aggregation hostiles. That sounds like a task for the Dauntless. The Excelsior Pursuit is what I was thinking of. I made it up to event 9. That's doing 68 hostiles. It was taking like 2 or 3 ship attacks per fighter. And I kind of said, screw that. You have no idea where I'm at on that. Probably 21st place out of 20 people. You have at least 25, if not 50 people on your leaderboard. It's not hard to get a spot on there. V'ger Invasion Tournament. I think that's already set. Yeah. Transition events. I imagine that's all fine and dandy. Just a little bit of leaderboard stuff. Ticketed events. I did the mining one, I'm sure. So we have helps and armadas. And then we have Doomsday, which is just hostiles. Wait. Yeah, okay, there's only 2 left. I was thinking they had to go up to 1,000 for the commendation duty for some reason. 900 is such an odd number. Still have some progress to go for the first milestone on the Vengeance SMS. And I'm close enough that I'm gonna push to get my next 50 blueprints. And then NSEA and enemies event is going on. All right, so I'm going to start off. I've got myself staged for doing the Gorn. So I'm going to give this the Enhance. I'm going to do Unwavering Diligence. Max Fortification. Doritos Boost. And a Cloak. See if I can squeeze 2 or 3 of them out at once here instead of just one at a time. Okay. I don't know how much of that the Cloak was doing. Might be able to get 4. Four out of 1 hull is a big improvement. I did one earlier without any boosts at all. I think I did the Unwavering Diligence, and I was able to get 1. Which is more in line with what I'm used to. Alright, so we're done with Titan. I don't know if Cerritos is enough to kick in. I probably won't be able to get 2. Oh, I just got 2. So like the The little bit of upgrades I was able to do yesterday are helping. Did that one not even take any damage? Was I that dead? I must not have taken damage. Oh, probably killed me in the first round, yeah, so then I wouldn't have taken any damage. I always forget that you can't get 2 shots off with the Crenshaw. Or you can't make it 2 rounds. Alright, so I damaged this one. And that should allow me to finish this up on this trip. That's significant in progress, because that almost doubled the number of shots I can get in one. I'm going to really watch how I spend everything from now to 70. Well, it's going to be really important for you to pay attention to events and getting that extra boost of stuff that you can during the events. So, like, you're going to have to probably watch for, like, your ship parts stuff, if for any time that you're going to do anything related to ship parts. Any of your building stuff, if you're going to do a building, make sure there's a building event running. Or domination. You also want to look for making sure that you're maximizing your speed ups. Don't forget about the speed ups in the Transigen refinery. And make sure you get the alliance efficiencies rolling too. And pay attention to territory buffs. I don't know if we have one. We don't have anything that does construction. I don't know if Near has that. If Near has anything related to construction, I would definitely not do anything unless we have that. So it's just repairs. That's not too bad. So yeah, just artifacts, fleet commanders. Pay attention to those. Maximize your efficiencies wherever you can. Even I do that pretty much now. Like, if I'm gonna spend something that's a little heavy in a building, I don't know if I have anything up that's a good example. I don't think I have any buildings. Okay, like this rare crystal. Like, I would go to my fleet commanders and switch over everything on the fleet commanders that's going to be important to saving on the crystal. And you get a 30-minute cooldown on that, so if you're going to try to do a blitz, you got to have that timed out properly on the front side. And you're going to have to stop doing research that's not efficiencies. Or free primes. Free primes are good too. All right, so this one I'm gonna speed up. Because I think that was my next determiner of where I'm going from here. See, like this one, it's kind of a big ore research. So I think that's Spock. I think Spock's big thing was research. Yeah. I don't think anybody had specifics on research. Yeah, she's generic on research. Just do that while I'm here. I think Janeway might have some research stuff. Seriously contemplating buying another fleet commander slot. Been catching up on favors this past week, especially the efficiency ones. Just hit up Spock's Club and look for your efficiencies. See where you're needing to pinpoint things. You probably don't need to have... It depends on what you're trying to do, because a lot of the stuff is very, very targeted. Like, there's only, like, 2 officers that really apply to any one particular thing. But did I went to Spock's Club and printed out all of my efficiencies and literally went through them like a checklist. I mean, that's a good way to do it. Like, when I'm getting ready to do, like, a big upgrade, like, I'll go there and I'll look at my efficiencies, see where I'm at, see where I have an opportunity to increase, double check my officers, my fleet commanders that I have set, make sure that I don't have anything there. Which I am actually going to do that here with that. What was that, crystal? Or? I don't remember anymore. Or. Yeah, we'll go something like that. So I'm gonna do cost calculator. That was some kind of defense thing. Isolytic defense? That sounds right. Yeah, that's gotta be right. My Spock's Club thing is out of sync, I think. So isolytic firepower, isolytic defense. 4 minutes ago. It finished. That skill point that I just did. Updated. And it's 6-star isolatic defense, level 2 going for level 3. It should cost me 73.86. Might not have my fleet commander swapped. Let's set Spock. Let's set Spock for the ore. Selected. Okay, so that dropped it to 73.86. My on-hand number is off, though. It's not counting my on-hand stuff. I'm kind of done with this stuff, but what is Joaquin Below Deck really used for? Like, which particular hostiles? Anything that throws isolytic. Anything that has isolytic attack at all. And I mean anything. Any kind of target that has isolytic attack. Thank you for the snow 50. It matches the weather outside. I popped on the news earlier and there was a blizzard warning that popped up on the screen. It wasn't for my area, but it still made me go back and look outside, and I was like, oh. And I looked at the counties and I'm like, okay, that's not here at least. I'm outside sitting on a milk crate with the snow smoking a cigar. That's a picture. That's definitely a picture. Yeah, I think I looked when I was listening to the weather forecast, like, I don't think it's even supposed to get above 0 tomorrow. Like, it's gonna be a cold one. Yeah. Like, it's 2 degrees right now. That's the warmest it's gonna be for like 36 hours. It's hysterical. Sometimes people walk by and go, "Are you okay, sir? You need any help?" I'll go, "No, we're okay." And they're like, "Who's we?" I'm like, "Us." And they just walk away. Can't say that I blame them, I guess. I wonder if there's a way to do like a manual sync. "28 degrees with no wind isn't terrible, as long as it's not like stupidly humid too." Okay, I don't see anything there. So I'm gonna look for find or it's showing all of my stuff is at 0. Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. It was syncing in data from the other account. Accidentally tied them together. I'll have to look that one up. Because the direct integration like this wasn't really a thing. Let's see if that fixed it. That fixed it. Okay. I have to keep that one in mind. Only one account open at a time. Okay. So let's try this again. Isolatic defense. Going from 2 to 3. So we're a little bit over on some of that stuff. This material spend point thing, I kind of wish there was a way for getting that set up differently. Let me try again. Just my luck. I did the discovery pulls because I needed that signed badge and got nothing. Let me try again. I did my discovery chest pulls today to try and get that science badge and I had no luck. For the second Scopely account, I'm guessing I could just go into settings and hit switch Scopely ID and it will do it on the fly. It does some funky stuff when you do it that way. It does work, but I wouldn't... As long as you got Scopely ID in both of them. It doesn't always play easy. Sometimes it's easier, like, if you have it set up with, on, like, an Android device with a Google Play account. Sometimes you might need to set up a second Google Play account to get that second account to actually show up. Until you can get a Scopely ID set up. But yeah, you can do that when it's on the fly. Yeah, you can do Google Play underneath a different email. But otherwise, it'll read your account and it'll be like, oh, you're trying to sign into this one. And then you can't actually start a new one that way. Let's see. Janeway does have... Janeway does have an ability. Bach, 7... Janeway, Lorca. I want to have all of those slotted. Bach 7, Janeway, Lorca. So we'll say goodbye to Khan for now. And make sure the research thing is active for Janeway. I don't even have that one unlocked hardly at all. So I need Janeway credits and some rare credits. Couldn't imagine having like 6 field commander slots. Anything over 3 isn't really necessary. It just kind of promotes laziness. No, refinery. Okay, Janeway. Oh yeah, I forgot that it's more to do it that way. And then I'm getting kind of low on rares, I think. Oh no, not too bad. That should be enough to make an effective change. I want 4. Anytime you get 1, you're gonna want 1 more. There's never enough. Double check. This is buildings. Yeah. It's an insatiable quest. Butter is slacking tonight. There's a lot of streamers live right now. He's probably over in Loston's stream. It's kind of funny. Like the Sundays were usually fairly quiet days, so like they were one of my better days of the week usually for viewers. And I don't know where it's at right now. Yeah, it's just us. I was gonna say it feels like it's been pretty quiet, but I guess a lot of stuff doesn't start till like after 7 o'clock too, because there's at least 4 other Star Trek streamers live when I started. But they give you 4 or 5 field commander slots for PvP. It's sweet. I don't know if there's that many officers that even have PvP abilities. Or the fleet commanders, at least. I'm gonna have to convert some of the dust stuff. I kind of wish this slider button was a little bit bigger. Cons, Sloan, 7, Locutus, Cisco. Yeah, but Sloan and Locutus aren't really that great anymore. Like, the buffs that they provide are pretty minimal. Cisco's got good ones. Is it Sloan or is it Locutus? Sloan's got like a lot of the stuff that's based on cloaking too. Yeah, it's definitely should be like one of the first things you do, especially like in the officers that aren't going to be slotted most of the time, is to get those always on boosts that apply in all situations, like the ones that head to hull and shield and isolatic defense, isolatic damage. Like those ones are key. Did I select that? I don't remember if I selected that. No, I didn't. Gotta select it to actually make it work. Okay, just enough to max it. As long as we're here. I've actually been going through my fleet commanders a little bit this week, and I've been doing some additional items on them that I haven't really maxed that I should have. I'm going to, I did like a bunch of shield stuff. I don't even know why I didn't have maxed. It would kind of pissed me off a little bit because there was like 700 or 800%. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's like an ad stuck on your screen. The only ad that's like stuck on my screen is like the sticker party ad in the top right corner. Well, speaking of, I forgot to put on my Tangia overlay and my stream sticker overlay. This is what happens when I don't do my checklist when I start stream. Forget random things. Flashbang. Alright, so did I finish? No, I gotta still kill one Gorn. I was like, I don't think I finished that. That's kind of close, so I'm gonna do an ability thing now. I lost. I'm actually surprised that I lost on that. I couldn't win by much. That was a lot. Oh, one of the officers that I swapped out. Gone. That made a huge difference. Oh, don't shift gears until you're ready to shift gears, I guess. Alright, we can bring this all back home. Finished with this V'ger event. Finished with this challenge track. That might have even expired, to be honest. The 75% damage boost. That fixed it? That's good. I know sometimes they have a banner one that kind of exists at the top of the screen that pops down, but that should only be there for like 30 seconds maybe at max. Continental toilet paper. That's the kind of, like those advertisements don't even, I don't think those ones even count because they're not like the regular advertisements that I have scheduled. Like, I don't think that adds to my revenue stream at all. Definitely does not. Not saying that ads are a significant portion by any means, but I mean, like some streams I get there's like a nickel, some streams there's like a quarter. I was switching to landscape and you disappeared and all I saw was the toilet paper. Oh, there's a comment in there. I'm getting really close to the next upgrade here for Syndicate. It's not one of the bigger ones. I'll be a little bit happier with the extra hull and shield. But getting the boost to officer stats is still always good. Okay, so got that repaired. I'm gonna run a Alliance Exo for research. Run a personal Exo for research. Because the one that I started earlier is down. I got two different levels of the research one. I'm gonna see if I can kick off a couple of different researches here again. So isolatic defense is my next step towards progression. And then compact defense would be a good one. I'll have to switch that around too, but as long as we got stuff set for ore, I might as well push the ore stuff. Hull and shields I always do first. It depends on what I'm doing. Because, like, if I'm doing a specialty ship, a lot of times I'll do the guns first, because there's usually so much of a large boost off of the base values. But, like, if it's a faction ship, then, yeah, a lot of times the shield I'll do first, and then hull will be second, and then... Like, if there's a specialty weapon, that'll be third. Sometimes warp range. If it's a miner... depending on what I need out of it the most. Like, the 3 items I do on the miner are the warp range, the mining drill, and then the cargo. I do have a lot of gas that I can spend. So I could probably work on this center track a little bit. Because once I can get these researches all hammered out, then I can start working on the surge research. Which will be huge. That's the big goal right now. Alright, so that applies towards building and research upgrade SMS. So that's a little bit of extra crystal to help. Let's see, I got the Alliance contribution one I can do really quick too. That's a little bit of ore. What other... That other one was based on hostels, if I'm not mistaken. I still have choice rewards, Ferengi currency. It's actually a little tempting to put stuff in for Par Steel. Par Steel and Tritanium. Getting 2400 crystal feels not like a bad idea. We'll have to see. Like, I need to finish the specialty ships, to be honest, because I think that's 37, and then that'd be 75. Because I think this will be one of the last stores. I'm getting close to finishing out the relativity. I can do a 70 with it right now. 70 Crenum solo. With the Crenshaw. So it's getting closer to where I need it to be. Tier 13, there's like one more upgrade. So this will be at tier 14 tomorrow. I could be able to move it. I think I did my DTI. Yeah, I did my DTI poll earlier. That'd actually be a good spot for spending some of that gas. Because then I could refresh my DTI poll. That's Sigma? No, that's regular stuff. So I can refresh my DTI poll, and then that should move the numbers on this thing a lot here. Yeah. Yeah, this thing's gonna get massive now. So that gave me another milestone. Refreshed the gift, refreshed the refine. So we got extra Crenum hair. That'll come in handy for Alliance tournaments in a couple of days here. I always forget about the stuff that you get for free. Yeah, I think that's the only claim item. Perfect. So now this is gonna need 22,000 and 14,000. So I think it's getting outside of the realm of usable for store currency. Because you can get a total of like 10,000. That's fine. I'm willing to go slow on it. That means I could make my focus the Vindicator and the GS31. Stop doing the relativity. I stopped doing the Protector. And then that means that I can do either officers, which slow and skill points wouldn't be a bad thing. Black Ops and Benga is kind of a good pull there. Or I can pull Heartsteel and Ore. I might go that way. Just because that stuff is getting so valuable. Zero node. All right. So that's the movement there. Let's fast forward these researches. At least this isolytic defense one. I want to see where that one goes next. So that goes to isolytic battering ram, which that needs rare. Which I do not have. But I do have a decent amount of the rare gas. I do have enough uncommon crystal now. All right, uncommon crystal goes towards the compact defense one. Because that one, I think, opens up a few other researches. There were some dependencies on that one. Yeah, this area here needed compact defense. This area here needs compact defense. And then it looks like I need to get more Spock skill points. I don't have the gas one done very much, and I might not have very many skill points available. Yeah, 440 isn't gonna get me very far. That's the first time in a while that I've ran out of fleet commander credits. But I mean, even if I get to like 30%, that's still a big increase in the long run. 22. Not great, but we'll take it. Actually, no, I can assign that. I'm done with crystal. Oh, you need that for changing any of them. I thought it was just to change it back to what you had. I didn't realize it locked down the entire thing. How much was that? $1,200. Yeah, I'll just push it. so that's good. I'm gonna pull the Excelsior back up because I don't know if maybe I got any ship parts. Not enough to do anything. I might be able to do one of these upgrades in the morning. Let's see if there's any other events that I need to do. Aggregation, I forgot about that one already. I'm gonna go send the Dauntless after that. I don't know how many Seek and Destroys I have. I don't know if it's just one. Just one. So I'll just have to make do with what I got there, and then I'll have to just clean up the rest if I need to. Alright, that's that one possibly covered. So I'm just past that second milestone. I really wouldn't mind getting all the way to the top. So we're most of the way through on the Vengeance event. So the NSEA Protector, that's more gas. I stopped at the second milestone, finished all the ones before it. I don't know, it's a lot of shards that are out there. I do have a like a Mauga, I think, that I can put resources against. Pretty much out of mats now. That's not hard. I feel like the goals keep getting higher and higher. I don't know how they compare to normal, but it feels like more of a stretch. I know it's supposed to be a stretch, but they're making a heavy stretch out of it right now. I mean, to be fair, I think they've also upped the amount of shards that are in there, because that's more than a full unlock. Or was it a full unlock? It might be just a full unlock with all of them. 60, 90, 30, yeah, 120. So that is just a full unlock. So, I mean, it's like a $400 event. Well, I mean, if you add up all the stuff from the other milestones and stuff too, like, you don't have to finish all of them. And the battle pass and everything. I might already have them unlocked tonight now already. Yeah, I unlocked him with that last milestone. Just glad to finish all the earlier days. I hoarded all my artifacts and building upgrades for this. So I save all of my artifacts that are not immediately beneficial. So like anything that's doing cost efficiencies to older materials or to some of the specialty researches that I'm mostly done with. Like, I definitely save those. And then yeah, like unless you're hitting a milestone with like recon locus or like your outpost, like if you're getting to 40 with the outpost, yeah. But I think like the next time that the next outpost milestone really counts is like 61. So I have no problem holding any of that stuff until 61. I think, yeah, as long as it's not a big milestone that's changing something for the positive. Where do they hide that? Do they not have like the preview pack like most of the stuff does? The aggregation one has, yeah, level 61 is my next aggregation level. So until that building's recon locus is up to 61, it doesn't matter. Transigen Forge doesn't matter till 60. So yeah, both of these buildings I have no problem saving. The outpost one, I don't remember what it is. So I had to do a few dock and gun upgrades. Ugh. I didn't have to. I don't think I had to do any buildings. If I did, it was very minimal. OCC 60. So control center doesn't matter again till 60 for me. So yeah, all that stuff I'm fine leaving. About 4 to 5 upgrades from 70 now, just out of all the things. Waiting for alliance tournaments to cash in the choice tokens. That's the perfect way to do it. Although they kind of de-incentivized it a little bit now. Like they kind of dropped the value down a little bit on the rewards you get, or on the stuff that you spend to be able to get the points for the day on that. Yeah, it still leaves a sour taste in my mouth. They changed a lot of the scoring stuff. I feel like it's been diluted a little bit. Like it was like really easy to refresh for it, but now it takes a long time to refresh. Six-star crystal with 2 pulls, yeah. Crystal's the one that I'm aiming for too, because my big epic right now is the Crenshaw. So Interceptor is definitely taking priority with Crystal. I got all my miners where it's set where I want them, so I'm good with that side of things. So 100% of all the 6-star that I have right now is kind of set for getting Crenshaw up to like tier 14 and then getting research completed. Built one of the 6-star miners so far. Yeah, it'll be nice to have at least 2 for the Veil. But to be honest, it's such a cheap upgrade path once you get to 71 that you can hold off and wait until 71 to build a second one. Especially if you time out your like couple of 7-day chests and a 30-day chest at 71. I was able to do that, and that was enough. I think pretty sure there was enough materials to cover getting up to the tier 6 on 2 of them. I'm pretty sure, at least. Either that or there's just so much stuff that it just came right off the bat that it was really easy. I had the Fed miner going into 70 myself. Once I saw the warp ranges for G7, I finally built it because I realized that it would be usable. Otherwise, I had been holding off just to make sure I wasn't going to waste resources on it if it wasn't going to be useful in G7. Because the Selkie holds its own pretty decently in G6. I don't know if that Dauntless is going to finish off aggregation for me. Oh, it did. Nice. I haven't had an opportunity to use Dauntless for a lot yet, but these V'ger missions where you're gonna go kill certain hostiles, it's been so useful for that. Like just the stupid grind any level hostile of this type. Yeah, 3 Selkies are good enough. Places my weakest one with the raw miner. That's exactly what I did. And that weakest raw miner, or the weakest Selkie that I had, basically got put to service as a dedicated transigen miner. It was kind of handy for that. Oh, did the Seek and Destroy time out? Or did it stop before it died? Just doing the epic trans now and use the GS31 to grind the hostiles with the hazard resistance to get rare. Wait, the hostiles carry rare transigen? Or does that rare exchange... I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the containment exchange? That does have refined in there. Welcome back, 50. You know, I never really stopped mining any of the other transigen. Like, I stopped mining the uncommon, but I still find myself going back and doing it every once in a while. Like right now, like when I'm topping off my transigen containment and the other chest, like I've got the Serene Squall doing mining and taking hits from the The Suliban. I think that's probably been pretty close to enough to keep your fines going for, 3 days a week or something. Just doing one cycle with it. It's so strange when I run this on my tablet. The music is so loud, I don't even hear it on the Android. Yeah, it shouldn't be too loud. It's kind of set at like what a normal background volume should be. The only reason I mind the uncommon is to do a single chest pull to try to get some of the dust. Yeah, that's something I've been trying to do too, is to try to keep that pull available as much as possible. Throughout most all of my transition stuff, I've been doing double pulls across all of it. So I've been heavily mining this stuff most of the time. But it's getting to the point where I'm getting a good portion of these artifacts unlocked that I'm able to start backing down a little bit. Thankfully. I mean, most of the time I've got like 1 or 2 ships at base anyways that aren't really doing anything. So it's not a big deal to have 2 ships mining Transigen. Finally found a use for the Dauntless. Yeah, I did it. I did the I did that event with it too. I did yesterday's event with it too. When it was FKR hostels. So I have outposts to do tonight. I'm gonna do a solo defense. And then I'm still gonna spend a little more materials. I want to get the next rank on the Vengeance event. Because I think I have enough gas to push that. I just need to wait for my fleet commander to cool down. Eight more minutes there. So I think I'm going to set up for that wave defense right now. My GS31 just got some decent updates here this week. So it can almost do every round now. I think if I paced myself properly, it would be able to. I've got a lot of officers out. I'm gonna have to recall the Squall. That one's got a lot of my crews that I used during wave defense on it right now. Doing Mir ROM grinding and someone showed up with a Dauntless. So jelly. I refuse to do the Mir Universe grind. Like, I did it just enough to get the speed ups I needed to do like my daily to-day stuff, but other than that, I did 0 reputation grinding in Mirror Universe. It was 100% speed up grinding. I don't think the grind is bad, it's just the travel. What is lit on your armory? What armory? That? Yeah. I have ship skins and projectiles I don't have applied. Or unlocked. Because I have 2 ship skins that I think are really stupid and ugly. And I've got 2 projectiles that don't do anything. There's no benefits to them at all. They don't do anything. They're just strictly cosmetic. I look forward to being able to hit autopilot with the Dauntless at some point. Me too. Like, I haven't tested it out in the Mirror Universe. I know, like, for FKR stuff, like, 56 is where it can go right now. Killing my OCD. Dude, it's been like that for, like, 3 years. Hello, York. How are you doing tonight? Like, this was from the TNG arc, I would imagine. See, look at that. It's all pink. It had to be the TNG arc. And this, I don't even know. This has been forever. I just refuse to unlock them because they don't apply any actual benefit to the ships. They're strictly cosmetics. I hate you. I've been using mine in Texas space to finish the stupid 3,000 kills. That's not a bad idea. I know there were a lot of people that said like they would never do that. See, we'll just go like this. We'll pretend that they're not there. Out of sight, out of mind. I actually feel good because normally there's like one in the refinery that stays active. Like, this is the first time that I don't have any red pips in the top half of my screen other than like that one. I have nightmares about it. What about the 20 on the artifacts? I don't know how to make those go away. I mean, I can make a couple of them go away. But I don't know about the other ones. Like, that one, I can make that one go away. Like, the max cargo, like, that's kind of tempting to do, but, like, I still think that one's worth saving. Kinetic damage, 35% to base. Not really worth it for me. I'll save that stuff for the next Chronicle of the Ascendant. Like, when the Cisco's Romulan Ale comes out, I might do this one. 7-star uncommon ore for station buildings. I'm not gonna hit that for a while. Maybe I won't do that. I'll save that for the next Chronicle of the Ascendant. Because I'm getting to the point where I have so many of these maxed that I need to be conscious of what I'm spending. But I just get used to all the pips. See, we can navigate around the entire screen without even seeing anything. Except that one. And that one. I know there's a lot of people that are OCD about the pips. Did I repair? I used to be. I've just become desensitized to them because they broke them a few times. Ooh, I got an extra below deck slot on the GS31 now. I don't know if I can do the Elite 60 yet. It's got to be close. We'll YOLO it and see. So GS31. I don't know what the timing looks like on that right now, but it's a little bit over a minute. I know I can do every other wave. Elite 50 is a joke now. I didn't try the 60 yet. The 60 is pretty decent. The fifth wave, the final 6 hostels are really rough. Like I can't kill them, but I also probably should go back through my crews and kind of optimize things a little bit better. Because right now I don't have things set like fully optimized. Yeah, I can't make that timing work quite yet. Still every other wave. I take 0 damage from doing Elite 50, get wiped in the last wave of 60. Yeah, I'm the same thing. Like it's kind of ridiculous. Like it's 30 seconds repair on 2 of the ships. Actually, we'll try to beat it with that one. Save the GS31. But I think maybe, I don't even know. Like I have to do some XP on the GS31. I think that may help because it probably is a little bit deficient on the damage that it's putting out because it's like 7 levels below its tier limit. And I know for most of the specialty ships, like the level matters, at least to a certain extent. Well, the GS31's kind of getting to the point where it can start doing daily activities. All right, so this is how I handle this. So this first wave, I attack the first hostiles since they're so easy. And then use the ability against these guys. And then attack. Attack. Still can't do it. Again, I've got some stuff that I need to do with crews to really optimize things. I could probably do it, just not the way that I have things set up right now. Because I could probably put Seska and Suitor up here with Janeway and actually get decent results out of the Crenshaw with it. Which that may even be worthwhile on the GS31. That broke its shields. I broke its shields. It broke mine in one shot. Crenshaw made it into round 2. It broke my shields in round 1 too. Like Janeway might be doing too much shield transfer. Like the 50s are such a cakewalk that it's kind of frustrating. But I mean, to be honest, I don't know if there's that big of a jump in rewards for the 60s. It's 900, 1800, 3000, 4500 to the GS stuff. That's the same. $4,000 section 31 credits. That goes up to 5,700. No, that's the mirror sigils, right? Yeah, the mirror. Section 31. 11.3. That's 79. So I mean, it's a pretty decent uptick, but man, I don't feel like it's that bad. And you get so much of the stuff in wave 5 that if you can't complete, you know, like just doing the first 4 waves doesn't really matter. I'm looking forward to just being able to basically do this with the GS and let everything else stay at home. Could definitely do it with like 2 ships. You know, I could probably do this while I had an outpost running. Like the 51 is... You have to not be paying attention to not finish this one. I still don't even have the pattern memorized. This wave always throws me. I never have this one. I think I have like 4 and 5 are memorized, but like 1 and 2 I always... Hey, none of that. Oh. Okay, fine. We'll just skip that one. Pretend that it didn't happen. Your shower and wave defense is always such a gamble. Okay. You attack that one. You attack that one. It's terrible. Always screws me. It's not that bad for me most of the time. Okay, fine. We'll just do this way. And it's kind of funny. It's usually the cube that screws up. I haven't had the GS31 actually screw up on them before like that. I've gotten used to watching the cube. But tonight the GS31 wants to be the problem child. I wish there was a setting to just have it disabled in solo waves. Well, there's a setting to have it disabled. You just got to remember to turn it off. I used to do that in the group waves all the time when we did those regularly. Because it's really bad in the group wave defenses. Maybe not anymore, but it was in the early days. I'm liking this new challenge refinery, using it to level the GS31. It gives great ship parts. Yeah, I actually am doing... I'm pretty sure it's the GS31. Yeah. I'm doing the GS31. And then... I can probably dang near swap that over... Because it's at tier 14 right now. I can't believe how many parts this thing's gotten this week. Because I just upgraded this for the Starship Ascendant event like 3 days ago. And I can already do like 3 components. I'm gonna have this thing maxed before the end of the month, I bet. I never really even looked at what they were. I just saw that they were there. 700. $7,000. So, I mean, that's 2 components. That's 2 components before the end of the month. And then plus the refinery to be able to pull in the other 2, 3. That's going to be close. I'm going to be able to be really close to having this thing maxed by the end of the month. I wasn't expecting that. It makes me wonder now if I would have thrown some stuff at this, if that would have increased the damage. It was 410 and 43.
Go change that beat up.
So 415. So this one changes every level. The Apex Shred changes every level. This other one probably changes at the tier +1. So it's 61 and then 66. That probably goes up. Yeah, that went from 430,000 to 455,000. I wonder if that's enough to flip the scale on those elites. Going from 430,000 to 500,000 damage. And then getting another 13% on DPR. That might be enough to flip the script on them. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I don't want to spend that rare today. I want to do it on research. Research is my current push. I'm probably actually just going to save those upgrades for the next CoTA event. All right, kicking off another alliance research efficiency. Trying to finish off the 6-star research so I can start doing some of the surge stuff. All right, kiting tactics needs to be a level 7. Okay, so that one needs more uncommon. That takes rare. That'll be my next roadblock for them. I'm gonna keep on pushing the Explorer shields because, like, specialty ships. Well, I guess it's only 6-star, but whatever. I got a Kaskari, it can help. So my biggest thing is I want to push as far as I need to get my vengeance milestone, and then I'm gonna work on 5-star stuff after that. That was a rough looking ship. I guess a lot of the survey ships kind of have a... No, that one's actually pretty clean. So was that one. I guess the Klingon ships are just dirty and grimy. While we got a break, I'm gonna grab a short break myself. Be right back. I need to fix that scene. I have a button that's supposed to set it back to back, but it just does the it just unpauses my recording. I think it's because I changed something. Yeah, that's something that needs to be played with. All right, so wave defense done, battle pass. Here's another private cipher. I think that should make up for the extra one that I had to run. Yes, that put us back over our 400. I'll use that probably like tomorrow or something to do the next wave defense run. What are we on helps? We're only at 11 helps right now. Is there another football game on tonight? The Lions chat was a little dead last night until the end of the football game. There's pretty decent points in here for the final synthesis stuff, at least. Well, it doesn't take long to get into the tokens here. Doing all the... I always do the conversions for the regular stuff into Sigma. So when it gets to the point of doing these ship upgrades like this, I'm always run out of regular tritanium because it's always been converted to Sigma tritanium. Another ship to use for G5 scrap paint. Which I think that should be coming really soon. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see it next month, since we got the ship for this arc this month. Like, that kind of tells me that they have something else big planned for next month. Either that or some kind of Armada thing. Because I know like they still had like public armadas out on like their roadmap stuff. And they do kind of have the V'ger space laid out a little bit weird, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to drop in some extra systems to do extra activities in than they have right now. All right, so that's about halfway on this research time. I think that's the only thing I got left that I can spend on Crystal. So everything left is gonna be gas. Ooh, that might be all she wrote. I was just helping out with a group wave, and after the 5th, I almost left the wave. So used to doing solos. I'll tell you what, it's a little tough to do 10 waves right now. I don't really have any Federation ships that I'd really want to be boosting. Like, it feels like a waste to run the stuff that are Federation specific. Only do it to help people out. The rewards are obviously nothing. They're not nothing. Like, if you do, you can, if you really wanted to, like, finish out, like, your favors, doing the group waves is the way to do it. How close are we on some of these? Screw it. That's pretty close to the points I need for the vengeance. Just trying to finish all these favors for waves. Well, you do get a lot done compared to groups. Like, if you were in a group with people that were at your level, had the GS31, and were, like, heavy grinders in it, they go quick. Because, like, I've done wave defenses with, like, groups of 70s and 60s. Well, it's probably been, yeah, 70s. Like, before the solos came out, like, people that were high G6. And those ones went really fast. Like, we were cranking those things out. Yeah, I mean, nobody ever wants to do the group waves anymore. Ooh. I have 7-day chests today. I have more resources. Ooh. That gives me so much more wiggle room now. That's almost enough to do some of those components. Okay. So that means that I can go back and do some of that research for the interceptors. Some of that was taking uncommon still. So we have shields. Shields is important. It's only 25%, but it's still important. I should stop and just check and see how many vengeance points I need. I don't want to get past the 1 milestone. Okay, so it's 1.52. I was thinking it was 1.32. All right, so I want to do the kiting tactics. It's like pulling teeth for some reason. No one likes free stuff. Yeah, it's... I'm guilty of it too. I mean, I can't talk bad about anybody that doesn't want to participate in them. Like, it's not bad when you get like I don't know, every time I'm in a wave, there's one or two players that never move a ship. And I get sick of trying to carry other people. That's what's turned me off from group waves. Every single wave I've been in, I feel like there's always at least one player that doesn't move a ship. Or if they do, they don't have any tact or purpose or direction into what they're doing. They're just moving their ships around, like, just not even paying attention or understanding. Like, when they're coordinated and people have a set area, a set goal, a set directive, they go fast, they go easy, and you can just fly through them. But when you get a bunch of random people that just wander around aimlessly, like wait until the hostiles are halfway into the system until they try to go all the way across the system to start attacking them, those are the people that take the fun out of it. Like, we've had crews that were good and able to do them, and like when that was a thing, like they were fun. They were definitely fun. Dark's always an alliance that has their shit together. At least for that kind of stuff. Let's keep going. Yeah, here's been trying. The people that ask for waves don't seem to be the ones that really want to do the waves. I feel like. There's been a couple of times even people within the alliance that don't do anything close to pulling their weight. Which I know some people have struggles with, like lag and getting kicked out and stuff, but still feels suspicious sometimes. Without naming names, there's two particular people in our alliance. You know, I wish I paid attention, but I do believe that you're correct. There's probably only two people. Damage against battleships, armor piercing against battleships, isolated damage against battleships, isolated defense against battleships. I think even for a 0.5%, the isolated damage is better because of the cascade being added to it. I was with you guys at Q's and I was in my 30s. You had the survey job, I take it. We had a pretty good crew for doing waves there for a while. Like, most of the time, most of the people had their shit together pretty decently. There's a couple players there that I'd always get annoyed about, but... yeah, having somebody that can be a survey sweeper was very useful. To just be able to ignore something like that. It's not too bad to have to hit them, but it's nice to not have to hit them. Getting closer. I'm gonna finish this one off. Okay, so that one's gonna need rare ore. Then if this other one is close to the same amount of points, that'll finish off the vengeance one. I just need 50k points. Ooh, 28k. That's a little short. That's such a rough event. Actually, do I have a building? That one takes rares. That's uncommon. Or common. That takes rares. That's just those things. Okay, research it is. Well, I guess I'll do another one of those Fed researches. I don't think there was another... I don't have enough crystal or ore to be able to do any of those. This should be at least the 20k that I need, right? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Vendors blueprints. 10% of what I need to finish that out. So continue upgrading the Mauga. Getting caught up on that research is starting to feel pretty awesome. I put that off for so long. Like pretty much all my G6 time, I skipped all of that research. Like I probably did the first level of everything, and then I came back and only did what I needed to max out the hazard resistance, and then left everything else during my push to 71. I think that was a pretty decent tactic. Because I think I'm making faster progress at upgrading. I'm definitely making faster progress here upgrading at 71 than I would have at 70. I'm just going to take this all the way to tier 12 and see how far it gets. I might have to do a couple other ships too, maybe. Which I know I've got some blueprints saved up. I don't know if I have any other 5-star ships. I think I do. I've got a... whatever the Federation uncommon was for G5. Northcut. Yeah, Northcuts. I'm pretty sure I've got 1 or 2 of those. I've got the blueprints for to build. I know I have at least 1. Just maxed 1 2 days ago for the event. I did not spend any... I barely spent any material stuff in CoTA until today, basically. I saved all my mat spending for today, or as much of it as I could get away with. Oh, that's tier 12. I'm so used to tier 15 ships now. After doing the Revenant so many times. Good evening, Big Booty. How are you doing tonight? Oh, how much progress was that? That was most of the next tier. That was most of the next tier. Alright, let's see what other ships. Got a hell of a cold. Other than that, I good. I was fighting something off towards the end of last week myself. I was actually surprised that I was... Oh, I can do a workshop too. I was actually surprised that I was able to stream for 5 hours yesterday, to be honest. I didn't think my throat was gonna hold up, but it did pretty good. I'm gonna have such a backlog of ships for G5 scrapping. It's gonna be ridiculous. I look forward to it so much. My game froze. Try that again. Probably gonna take like 3 weeks to scrap a G5. I wouldn't be surprised if it's gonna be pretty close to that. At least for an epic. Actually, no, I wouldn't be surprised if it's gonna take that long for an uncommon. But if they do go that route, I wouldn't be surprised if they offer like second scrapping as a prime. Or some ability to be able to speed up, like scrapping speed ups or something. Because technically speaking, scrapping takes money out of their pockets. So they're gonna try to have some way where it's not gonna make a major economic impact.
Let's start by doing what we set out to do. Let's accomplish that.
That scared the shit out of me seeing George Costanza pop up on my screen. Thank you for the bits, Broken Wolf. That was unexpected. How's it going tonight, Broken Wolf? I did do this a lot with the Revenant the other day, so this is repetitive. Is going okay? I think okay is all that we ask for. Anything past okay is excellent. I always forget about the Revenant. All of us that have scrapped the Revenant for events want to forget about the Revenant. It was such an easy payout for the event that it's hard to not do. At some point, it's gonna be like the only specialty ship that I have to be able to make any of those points for that. So it might become a constant thing. I don't know. It was for the Starship Ascendant. So to finish out the Starship SMS for CoTA. Or the leaderboard, actually. I use that to secure 4th place on the leaderboard. Like I said, I wasn't spending any of my actual materials on ships, other than like what I was doing for upgrading the relativity and GS31. Like the little bit of materials that you spend on those, but everything else, like I saved my Crenshaw. Actually, I might have done a couple of components on the Crenshaw. I don't remember. But I wanted to save most of my spend this weekend for research. And so Revenant scrapping is almost, free. It's just mainly time. And it only takes 15 minutes to scrap it. So by the time you get the helps through, like, the scrap is done in like 3 minutes. Well, you could use it on the next one then. As long as they don't rotate it off. It's getting close to the point where it might be falling off. I don't know what my point goal was. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to the top milestone just off of G5 ships. I don't want the paid store, but thank you anyways. Yeah, because that's... I think getting to the third milestone is going to be fine for me. Those extra 30 shards will be a good jump start on rank 2. Let's not go to the Crenshaw by accident here. Because I don't know how many ships it would actually take. And I'm assuming I don't have a chance at the solo leaderboard. That one seems like that's going to be heavy on the spending. I just made it to the first level of Zulu and no way I'm making it past that. Zulu? The solo? This ship should be enough to be able to finish it off at least. Oh, 18 more shards. Well, not even if you go down to 4-star and 5-star ships. It'd be worth looking at. Because for the most part, like every time you make a 6-star thing, you make a 5-star and a 4-star and a 3-star thing. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to try to keep something in the scrapper at all times. I have a very poor habit of not doing that. I've got ships exclusively for the scrapper. Alright, so that's at max tier. That's almost halfway to the next rank. So we'll go put that back in the hangar. So there's still another 15 left in both parts of the battle pass. And then I don't know if any of these other events were paying out Sulu. There's more Sulu there. There's a possibility to be able to get rank 2. That's outpost stuff. So I can do just a regular outpost. Valdor started, there you go. I should do 1, 2. I think I have a Kelvin. That might be at rank Bax XP. Alright, I still have some hostiles to hit. I'm gonna set up for an outpost. Don't need Rachel Garrett on here. Don't need Suitor or Vale on there. Let's see. I'm gonna swap fleet commanders back. Finishing my dailies now, I forgot. Yeah, I've got to double check to see where I'm at on mine too. I still have to go do the mirror event too. All right, those things are good to go. Protector's never as low as I think it should be. Let's see, my squall crew should be mostly intact here. Gotta be honest with you, not talking in Alliance chat has made the game very boring. I believe that. I'm surprised that you're still boycotting, I guess. All right, Mirror Universe. Did I go past it already? No, it's right there. I'm not boycotting, I'm just giving them what they want. I call it boycotting. I understand what your perspective is, though. So I think between the outpost and the mirror universe, I'll probably get the hostile stuff done. It's such a mindless grind to get up there. But the MU stuff always goes really quick. That's always nice. Was that already the hostiles? My Disco Prime is op blocks for 69. That is a good one to have maxed. You can get almost anywhere. Like that gets you up to level 73 systems. With the right tech. I would expect a lot of stuff would be getting warp ranges a little bit higher like that. I guess I don't know what it is in the Veil. Yeah, that's 6,000 warp to get to the 80 system. But I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of ships start getting up to like research levels that put them past 2,000. Can't do the Veil. We at war, so I tried to go kill my ships. I could definitely imagine that's a rough part of the Veil stuff. So are you at war on your server? So like you can't even do stuff in the margins? Yeah. I kind of wondered about that with we've got a hothead on our server that's gonna cause problems in the Veil at some point. I know I was in Veil chat and there is already some talk. I was like, oh boy. But I mean, he was one of the first people in the Veil too, so I mean, if anything hasn't happened yet, it might not actually ever happen, but we'll see. He'll be moving on past the 72 systems before too long, I'm sure. He might even be on to like the 74s by now. I wore for like 8 minutes today. Yeah, that timing was not unexpected. I wouldn't even really call it a war. Somebody fucked around and they found out. Hey, Apocalypse Outpost, how's it going tonight? It wasn't so much of a war as it just was a attention grab, because communication was lacking. With that joking. It was definitely a joke. I can't believe that I actually made it to rank 10 or to 10th place in this. I don't think I'm gonna stay there. I'm not gonna put any effort to maintaining it, because it doesn't add any points to this SLB. It's only top 5 that matters here. So if I'm not in the top 5, anything else doesn't really matter. And I've got a good amount of bonus points from all the extra crap I've been doing. I can go out there, mine some, but never enough to complete the event. It's hard to get that 3,100 out of there if you're going to have disruptions. Or 3,100, 3.1 million. You're probably lucky to get like 400,000. I think the only event that I have left is that ticket event. Outpost is going to finish itself. I got my 50 vengeance blueprints for this run. Just gotta let the miner finish out. This one will probably complete. And there's 72 hostiles. Yeah, that'll finish. Should finish that. Then that's almost done too. If I don't finish that tonight, then I'll finish that tomorrow. I assume that those count for the outpost retribution things count for hostiles on those daily boards. In Lorca Fleet Commander, he has that Apex Spike research. Is that good for the V'gers? Probably. It probably depends on which one. Not that far right. Increase your apex barrier. Does not work against armadas invading enemies or station defense. That should. That should work both in PvE and PvP. According to that description. This is generally a hostiles area, but that might apply to all combat. Level 4 is where I've got mine at too. I don't know why. That's kind of a random number. But yeah, they're not a specific hostile type, so pretty much any of the general hostile, any general researches or hostile specific researches should apply to them. They're not a special hostile. They're not like an invading entity or something. Oh, I do have freebooters to do yet, I guess. Do I? Yeah. Hard to remember sometimes. This is what this is what I use my GS31 for the most, I think. It's just doing freebooters. Can't wait to do that. You're probably not that far off, honestly. Like, I've been able to do that for quite a while. Well, you just have to look at your tier list and see how much damage you do against them. I've been able to do that for a couple of tiers. They're not that strong. $1.3 billion. What is the... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I never remember how to find that because it's always weird to spot. Yeah, you might be able to do that at tier 10. 1.326 billion. Oh, it just looks like it's just under, maybe. That is just under. unless there's research. I think the research only counts during wave defense, though. That's gonna should leave just a sliver. But it's quick to try. Yeah, that's what it looked like. It was only gonna be like 40k left. So yeah, your next tier up, you'll have them then. The extra boost that you can get out of the challenge refinery is very, very helpful too for getting those extra ship parts. The Enterprise D takes forever to upgrade. Oh, yeah, Wednesday Alliance tournament start. We'll be able to really go through that. And when you say it takes forever to upgrade the Enterprise Z, are you talking just time? Like speeding up the tier up? Or time to accumulate the materials? Everything. Yeah, it took me a couple of weeks to get another tier up on my Crenshaw. Like it's one component per week almost. Kind of what the cadence has been going. And then you get a little bonus like every month. That's kind of what I've been finding, at least. It's about, you know, your 7-day chest plus what you make during the week seems to be a little better. Well, Crenshaw will be easier because of the crystal bonus. You get like an extra 30 or 40% crystal. And I think not having ore needed helps too, because I feel like the station eats up a lot of ore. I don't know if that bonus applies like if you're buying packs. I know just like doing the redemptions for the choice tokens and stuff, So like for 6-star, this is 24k. Yeah, you get the same. You get the same when you buy a pack. It's just in all the other daily stuff, you get a boost of crystal. Which I didn't find out about until about 6 months ago. Maybe not even that long ago. That might have been closer to 4 months ago. All right, so I think I'm gonna get ready to call it a night. Let's go raid Lost In. No, I'd be lonely. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right, thanks for everybody for stopping by tonight. Appreciate all the time and the love and the conversations.